Cool. Sorry to be running through things, but we are on a little bit more of a timer today, and we have to do a segment we teased like 2 weeks ago, which is Mario Kart World versus Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. The big rivalry returns. They're both out. Mario Kart World got a big update trying to fix Knockout Tour. One of my big issues in my 8 out of 10 review for Mario Kart World was that you can't play Knockout Tour online with friends. And I just thought that was a huge miss because that is the best mode in that game. And they added it so you can. Kind of. It's still not great, which is a shame because I was very excited about this update. But how it works is if I hop into a Knockout Tour and then Jada goes to online one player and tries to join my lobby, she'll hop in. I'll have to do an entire Knockout Tour before Jada can join the lobby. Then we do one together. And then when we both hit next race, like Knockout Tour doesn't really run in a lobby setup. It just matches 24 people, does a race, then matches 24 people again. So joining off a friend only guarantees you one together.
I actually hopped online this morning for Racing CrossWorlds to check it out because they have events starting with this weekend, starting I think at like 5 p.m. Pacific today. The Hatsune Miku event is kicking off, and where you can unlock a bunch of custom cosmetics and just other unlockables around Hatsune Miku. So, as well as a bunch of currency, which was one of the things I was a little frustrated about in my review of Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. It's a little stingy with the currency they give you for unlocking stuff.
It's very stingy.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy.
It's insane how many tickets you need for unlocking things. But also, another thing they added was in some of the events, they have pre-made gadget panels, which was another thing I complained about, like playing with friends who hadn't played before, having to sit there for a couple minutes while they like look through my list of like 80 gadgets, however many gadgets there are. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. And then like, okay, these are the ones I want. Oh, this one doesn't work. And it's like, and then if they want to build 5 of those, that's 5 of them. But this event gives you custom pre-built gadget panels, which is great. This is one of the things I was asking for them to fix in my review.
That's nice.
So, I'm very happy about some of these things. It looks like Sega, I don't know if this was already planned. I imagine this was already planned ahead of time. But it's good to see that they are taking steps towards rectifying some of those issues.
Is the currency issue like a pretty common complaint? Do you think that's something they might like nerf?
I think they will either like up the amount you earn, or they may nerf the costs on some of them. Because so on average in races, Brian, I earn around anywhere from 10 to, I'd say at top 40 tickets a race. And that's if you finish in first place, you grab all 5 red rings. It's your first time grabbing all 5 red rings.
You lead every lap.
And the leader of all laps and stuff like that. Like if you have a perfect race, you're getting maybe 30, 40 tickets. The first collectible you get from they have like a friendship thing where you can feed tickets to each of the 23 main characters to get unlockables specific to them. The first one's 100, then it's I think 400, then it's 1,500, then it is 3,000, and I think I need 7,000 for the next one for Shadows. Like
for
I'm
one
on like
character
the 5th
of a 23 character roster that's
one
growing.
Character. Yeah, it's very, very stingy. They do give you a bunch for like completing challenges and such, to where you get like 150, 200 tickets for completing various challenges, like pull off 10 perfect drifts, etc., etc. Yeah. But those aren't repeatable. So I'm hoping there's also some sort of update later where there's like a weekly challenge list where they kind of dole out things for doing specific things, like race 5 races.
Meanwhile,
as
Mario
Sonic.
Kart World is just like you eat a burger, you can be a cowboy. No tickets
like,
required.
But it is random.
There's the thing where like, Kamek has to turn you into a frog if you're lucky on one level or something, right?
Yeah,
like,
which is the worst.
And if you play enough, you do eventually get them all. Like it's not that people are having issues with this, but it is a little more. In Sonic, it sounds like you can at least target the things that you want a little bit more easily.
You can, but it takes longer. I think it's going to take a lot longer to unlock everything in Sonic as compared to Mario Kart World. I think Sonic is going to take way longer.
Oh, yeah.
And not in a enjoyable longer way. It's just a constraint on how much currency you can earn per hour playing that game.
So they both kind of fumble unlockables in different weird ways.
Yeah.
Like they're both very strange ways to unlock things in these games, but very differently. One that is super grindy and is going to take forever, and one that doesn't really feel rewarding at all because it's like someone else used the Kamek item and it turned me into a dolphin, and now I have dolphin forever. Like I don't like how either handle unlockables.
No, same.
But Jada, what do you like better about Sonic Racing CrossWorlds?
I mean, I think the courses are a much more standout for Mario Kart versus Mario Kart World. I think the levels in Racing CrossWorlds just have such fantastic styles and design. There's some really creative shortcuts that you can take if you really keep your eye out for them. Now, Mario Kart World obviously has those type of shortcuts as well with the wall riding and wall jumping and such. But I feel like Sonic's are more accessible to a party audience compared to Mario Kart. I feel at this point in time playing Mario Kart Online, if you're not hitting some of those specific shortcuts and wall jumps, then you're just not competing online at all. And it's kind of pointless to try and get first place. Whereas I feel with Sonic, it's a lot easier to get them. It's just like, oh, okay, I see that path over there on the left. I need to make sure I take this turn sharper so that I can drift over to the left side of this to get this course. Not, I need to hit this specific wall at the specific thing and then trick and then hopefully land on this rail. It just...
Wow, that's exactly what happened as you said it on our screen.
But yeah, so I think Sonic does a little bit better with their course design. Plus the crossworld mechanic is just the best use of like courses that I've like a course mechanic that I think I've ever seen in a racing game. The fact that you can go from a normal course, like just a regular racing stadium, to then be in the water or on a snow course with ice on the course. And then you have to just adjust your strategy, your timing for how soon do I brake? How hard do I brake? When do I drift? You know, which path can I take accurately with this setup on my car? I think Sonic just does a phenomenal job of just keeping you on your toes. You never know what to expect during that second lap. And then the fact that you come back in the third lap is also changed and different, though in a more practicable way. I think it nails the levels and courses way better than Mario Kart.
It's such a cool mechanic. Like it is so awesome. That's one of those things that like obviously Nintendo won't rip that off, but like it is a brilliant game design idea for a kart racer.
Yep.
I agree. I think it is both Mario Kart World and Sonic Racing CrossWorlds went for this idea of how do we spice a kart racer up from lap to lap, and Sonic nailed it way more. I think that the CrossWorld, I agree with both of you, it is the coolest innovation I've seen in a kart racer, I don't know, since like 2 characters on one kart in Double Dash 20 years ago. Like I just think it's amazing. And the fact that like a Grand Prix is 3 tracks with that CrossWorld lap on lap 2 of each one, but then the 4th race of a Grand Prix is 1 lap on track 1, lap 2 is on track 2, and lap 3 is on track 3, and it's like this huge finale to the Grand Prix you've just done. Like, come on, that's an idea Nintendo would have thought of, but Sega did, and it's incredible.
Yeah, it's just so smart because it tests you like, okay, you won in each of these courses. Can you win on all 3 of them at once? Like, how well have you mastered these courses to nail 1 lap of each? The only thing I wish they would do is I wish there was a chance of those courses being like randomized. Like later, I wish there was a cup or a mode that you could play which randomized the order of those 3, so you don't know which one, because the third lap is always going to be that final lap version of that third course. So seeing the final lap versions like interchangeably, I think would be even cooler.
Yeah. It's a shame though. I think from a content perspective, I like Sonic more than Mario Kart, which I didn't think I would think, but I do. I think it has way more content offerings, and then the NPCs, like you have these rival levels that you can crank up from like 1 to, what is it, Jada, like 12?
1 to 10. 1 to
and
10.
They will kick your butt at level 10. Like they're so good, and Mario Kart World's hardest computers are really easy. But then on the Mario Kart side, I feel like I just like how it controls more. I just like how Mario Kart feels more. I think that there's the crazy stuff online that people are min-maxing and stuff. But if you're just playing locally, I think Mario Kart World is a lot easier for inexperienced casual players to just pick up and race and know what you're doing. Like Sonic is an overstimulating, overwhelming game. The items are a lot less readable, in my opinion. It's just chaos unfolding on screen. It's a lot more crazy in your face and technical. And like you mentioned, Jada, having to customize your gear and stuff, that takes forever for a first-time player to decide what perks they want. Mario Kart is you pick your character, you pick your cart, you turn Smart Steer off every dang time, and then you're ready to go. So I just think that it's nicer for a 4-player party. I just want Sonic's content with Mario Kart's physics and feeling, and it's
I think the readability on items in Mario Kart also benefits from the fact that it's mostly the same items we've gotten for 30 years now at this point.
Very iconic.
We all know what a red shell is. We all know what it does. When we hear the sound, we all know what's going to happen.
Yep. Yeah. I like the items in Sonic better because I feel there's more variety in how you use them. So there's a lot of defensive items that can be used offensively. And not to say Mario Kart doesn't do that. Obviously, you've got like the banana peels and like the fake item boxes and stuff that you've been able to use for that type of stuff. But something like, say, you get this ability, the tornado item, which destroys almost everything that would hit you projectile wise. You can also use it. Also just completely wraps your car in a tornado. So you can just run into everybody and knock them around. And then there's also things with the gadget panel, like you mentioned, Logan, like it does take a while to set up, but once you have it set up, there's so many cool things like preventing you from dropping items. Like you can make it to where you never have to worry about losing an item because some other, racer got lucky and got a really good item to hit you with. And now you're defenseless for even longer. There's also like just a lot more customization. I think that's also the big thing that I really like on Sonic over Mario Kart is the level of customization you can have with your kart and your characters is crazy. There's like 40 different karts and 23 different racers to kind of mess around with. It's just insane. And that's not counting the gadget panel, like min-maxing of the stuff. So I think that's also the thing.
It's getting the Ninja Turtles and Mega Man. It's doing like the Smash Kart thing before Nintendo did. And Nintendo's followed up Mario Kart 8 by like, taking a bunch of great Nintendo characters out of that roster and, replacing them with,
coin purse.
Yeah. Some cool stuff from Mario games, but like that element specifically feels like a step back on World, and it's been like for all the memes that Cal brought to the table and how fun that was. Like ultimately, like I kind of wish Link was there, right? I wish Isabelle was there and the Splatoon kids, and it's like Sonic is they launched with a bunch of sort of extended roster third party characters and also in-house Sega characters and stuff, and it's just really cool. It's cool to see that.
I think one of the things that sucks about Mario Kart World's character roster is that the sort of side enemy characters like Cow and all them and Goomba that have been added, they feel like an afterthought and that they don't get costumes like everybody else. And like everybody else and all the other characters have like a weird variety of outfits. Like Mario, of course he's Mario, has a bunch, but then some characters only have like one or two. And then the enemy characters don't have any. And so it feels like some are loved more than others. And that's, kind of unfortunate because like, I like Goomba. I like playing as Goomba. I think it's funny. He doesn't have any arms. How's he driving the cart? But sometimes I wish I could put him in a little hat,
Yeah. No, give him custom. DK and Pauline, right? I think they had two
is
each.
Going on?
Yeah, and it's
we
like they had
so convinced.
They started a game a month later. Like, give them.
We thought they were doing DLC or like something, like some sort of update.
Donkey Kong has so many. They both have so many different outfits in Bonanza, and it's like I don't know. Put a couple of them in World. I feel like the launch of Sonic Racing is sort of significant because we kind of collectively, and not Logan is obsessive and is still playing it, but I think collectively we kind of moved on from World a little faster than I think most of us probably thought we would as a species. And we just I don't really think it had it's I think that 8 Deluxe or I was there when 8 launched on Wii U, right? And
same.
it wasn't exactly like it was nowhere near the game it went on to become, right? It was a rock solid game, but content wise, like 8 Deluxe grew to become one of the most robust and feature complete things Nintendo has ever made, period. It's probably the deepest and coolest kart racing game ever made. But This
Second,
Sonic game,
yeah,
like Sonic Racing CrossWorlds showed up, and it's like it showed up just as people I think were kind of like, all right, so that was it for World, huh? Like, and like the fact that they had to patch in a bunch of stuff for World, like, hey, you can actually look at the collectible stuff you found in the open world now. It's like, well, why wasn't that there day one? You know,
and so right. And I was so excited to hop back into free roam after that, Brian. And then I hop back in. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't like free roam. Like, it's not very good. Like,
it's such an almost. It's all of it is such an almost for me. And there's, mechanically it is rock solid. I love the gameplay. The visuals are phenomenal. I need a little bit more from it, and it will grow. I'm positive of that. Yeah, but right now, this was a really good opportunity for another company to swoop in and do kind of eat their lunch a little bit.
And not even just like right now, like they've detailed so much of their like post-launch lineup with new characters and tracks that are coming. Like, it's just going to be Sonic fans are going to be eating very good. Those that enjoy racing games, at least, which I imagine most fans of Sonic like racing games to some degree. I mean, it's kind of all about going fast, right?
Yeah.
I do think something sort of not working in Mario Kart World, or honestly Sonic's favor right now, is that this year is stacked, dude. There's so many good video games. The Wii U wasn't exactly pumping out like, incredible game after incredible game every 5 seconds. But we've got like this year is, my brain's breaking trying to think like, thinking about like game of the year lists and stuff like that, because there's just so much good stuff both on Switch 2 and off of it. And so I feel like it was very easy for me to move on from Mario Kart World because there's so much other good stuff. And like, I like Mario Kart. I like a good kart racer. I don't know that I'm going to pick up Sonic just because I sort of already have Mario Kart World. I'm a very casual kart racer player. But, maybe in a year or so, like if that game's getting all the cool updates and Mario Kart has gotten nothing, then I don't know. Maybe I reconsider that question. I do think that the long tail of each of these games is going to be what defines them within the overall kart racer pantheon more so than how they launched. But Mario Kart World's got a long way to go.
Yeah, it's weird because today I would say Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is a better game than Mario Kart World. Like, I think our IGN review scores say it. Sonic got a 9. I gave Mario Kart an 8. I agree with that. Like, I think that's where it is right now. I still really like Mario Kart World. Stand by the 8 I gave it 4 months ago. I just don't think I've ever been more disappointed in an 8 out of 10. Like, it's just a really weird feeling. I still really like it, but it's just like after 8 Deluxe, like we said, and it's like, what are they going to follow it up with? And there's just so many strange decisions. And to finally get that knockout tour update we've been waiting for, and it's like, yeah, but it's actually marginally better than before, like barely an upgrade. It's a shame. Yeah, hopefully there's more to come for Mario Kart World.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching this clip from Nintendo Voice Chat. Be sure to catch the full episode over at youtube.com/IGN Games. New episodes of NVC drop every Friday on IGN Games, IGN.com, and your favorite podcast platforms. With the Nintendo Switch 2 finally here, there is so much to dive into. We appreciate you tuning in, and don't forget, NVC is the only place you can get the thing.